Oh God! Hey guys, hey guys, of course. Hey guys, it's the can of meat here. And basically this video, I just wanted to share to you some of my hilarious, embarrassing, funny childhood stories. Even though I'm a kid, I'm gonna say them anyway. And also, before I get started, I just want to have a quick thing of how to get money so fast. I swear, I got $200 in 2 days. 2 days, bro. And here how it is. You make bets on your family. I'm gonna tell you exactly what bets to place. So first bet, I got around maybe 100 from this one, if not around 100 from this. Just bet on your family. Do not bet your friends because they. No, I'm just gonna make a separate video of this, but I'll just make a separate video. Hold on, but I'm just gonna show you the money I got, and I'll just show you when I have the money. Alright, so right here I have with me around like $42. So there's 20, and then here's 20. So look, I'll show you. Look, I have two $20 bills. See, and then I have two $1 bills. So it's 42 bucks, and then I still have 154 in IOU, which IOU pretty much that means I owe you. And my dad, he owes me 30, so pretty much just turn this right here into 70. And then, I'm not even gonna do math, but 154 minus 30 is what I have in IOUs, so yeah. But let's get to the childhood stories. Is it still going? Oh, I thought I cutscened it, but alright, the first one I have is hilarious. So, you know Elijah, right? Well, me, him, and some other, my friends, DJ, Anthony, we were walking around, and there was this, like, sprinkler, so we were like, oh, let's turn this on. So we turned it on. I ran through it once. Some of my friends ran through it like twice, 3 times. And then we said, hold on, guys. Alright, so then we were like, okay, we gotta turn this off. Oh, sorry about that. Then we were like, okay, we gotta turn this off because we don't want it to affect Arbor Lakes or any of that. So we turned it off, and we came back the same day. We came back, and Elijah was like, oh, let's turn this on again. And I was like, no, I don't want to get in trouble. But Elijah, of course, you know him. Well, actually, you don't, but I know him. He turned it on anyway, and then this is hilarious. Someone drove by in a van, and they opened their window, and they're like, oh my God. And I mean, I was cracking up inside, but I just wanted to stay out of trouble, so I didn't really say much. But on to the next one. So this one is sort of embarrassing because we sort of overreacted on this. Hold on, let me grab a chair. So this next one's kind of embarrassing because we sort of overreacted. So basically, by the pool, there's this little gateway right here, and so, I mean, the gate doesn't work, so we had to like push it open. Then we got it, and then basically there's the edge of the woods, and then there's the building, then on the end there's the pond, and then next to that is a fence, pretty high, maybe like 3 feet taller than me, so I'll stand here, so maybe like, you can't even see that, but pretty high, maybe 10 feet, but, so we're walking along the edge of the woods, we don't know how we're going to get back, so we're probably just going to turn back and go back to the gate, but I looked around to see how we were going to get back, and I see a raccoon. Probably is going to run away from you, right? So, I mean, it probably ran away, but, of course, we over-exaggerated, and we ran so fast. And then there's this little space right here, around that big. Then next to that, pond, with snapping turtles in it, so, you know, you can't jump in there. And so, boom, right here. Then the other side is a building. You can't go there. Also, we're running so fast through brush. Like around this, you know how some bushes like don't have leaves? Like here, never mind, but, yeah, but we hated it, and you have to run through all these twigs sticking out and cutting your legs. I mean, when we got out of there, we had all sorts of cuts on our legs, but, of course, we over-exaggerated. We probably would have gone back. Raccoon would have been gone. One time a raccoon actually hissed at Elijah while I was pooping. He was right outside, and I heard a then he was like, "Oh, dude, that thing just hissed at me." And then, but yeah, and then so let's say Larry, and there's the 10-foot fence, and Elijah was in front, so he went first right over that fence, and then we were wet because we just got out of the pool, and we were just exploring, so we didn't like jump the normal way you'll go over a fence, but we were like oh, like the way that you could easily fall. So we had to go that way, and then that's pretty much it. So we made it out. So on to the next story. Let me just think real quick. Alright, this one's pretty short. I also have 2 stories from my mom when she was a kid, and one from my dad. So me and my friends, I gave Elijah had 75 cents, then he found a quarter, so he had $1. So he had $1, Braxton had like a 20, but it was a $20 bill, so we couldn't use that. And then the soda machine only takes 1, so now I had $1. DJ didn't have any money, and we told him we should save up from Arbor Lake's maid service, which is basically like we do chores, me and DJ. But yeah, and then DJ was like, "Oh, how about this? Everyone has to race to the soda machine, and whoever gets there last doesn't get soda." And I'm like, dude, no way. No one's gonna do that, because me and my friends, we are all so fast, like for real. Because people at school, they think I'm slow, but actually, when it's like dusk, man, I will be zooming. I'll be gone. Braxton's probably the fastest. He has the more leg muscles and stuff, because he's older, of course, than Elijah, than me, than DJ. Me and Elijah may be around tied, but he's like a little better, faster. So it probably would have been a neck-and-neck race the whole way there. And I bet you there would have been some pushing and shoving, of course. On to the next story. This one is from my dad. So when he was a kid. So he was at a community pool, swimming and underwater. It's hilarious. And he felt a bite on his toe. So then he checked his toe, and there's a bite mark. Somebody bit him. Somebody bit him underwater. Can you believe that? That is hilarious. I really hope you're cracking up right now, because that is like the most funny childhood story ever. One of the most funniest. Next 2 are from my mom. So the first one, my mom and her brother, they're sneaking corn from a farmer. They're eating corn. And I guess they thought they were big shots because they're sneaking it from the farmer. And then someone drove by and they're like, "You idiots, you're eating cattle corn." And then they figured out they're eating cattle corn. And what cattle corn is, it's basically corn they grow for the cattle, which are cows. So it was corn for the cows, so it was really starchy, my uncle said. So, yeah. Next story, my mom and her brother, it was like going to be a snow day, so they wanted to cancel school, but they weren't going to cancel school. So, my mom and her brother, they got a bucket of water and dumped it out on the street, thinking that it would make the roads icy so it'd cancel school, but of course, that ain't going to happen. But that's funny. So let me pause the video, and I'll be right back when I have another story. Let me see. Alright, this one's from my sister that she told me, and then, alright, this one's from my sister. She said that she and her friend, there's like a water slide, I guess, in their neighborhood. And also, by the way, I'm moving into a new house, so I'm going to do a video of that. And so, yeah, so there's a water slide and it didn't work, so they went down it and apparently got in trouble because some guy was like, "Hey, that's unsafe. It doesn't have water." I mean, it's a water slide. You know how they have water flowing down? It didn't have the water, and some guy said it was unsafe, even though it's not unsafe. It's just not wet. So pretty much it's a normal slide going into water. So do people say normal slides aren't safe? If so, then that means that water slide is pretty much a normal slide going into water. So, but yeah, you know what? I'm actually gonna do the rest of the bet video because I don't have that many stories left. So, the bet video: bet your family, not your friends, because your friends, they're gonna find some way, some excuse to not pay up. All right, you can't. I'm sorry, my friends, but you can't trust them with money like that. Cause just don't do your friends. Maybe one friend that you know has money and they're trusting. But get your family involved, alright? Get that money. So pretty much this is like $70 around that. But yeah, I have 100 something IOUs, which I said I owe you. It's like so people owe me. So here's the 2 best riddles that you could bet on. The first one, it's a guaranteed. There's like a 99% guarantee you're gonna win. Also, I have 3 good ones. So the first one is, here's what you do. I'm gonna do this step by step. So you say, I'll bet you 20, 30, 40, 50. Start low, start at the 20s, go to the 30s. If there's more people want to bet, go to the 40s, 50s. Once you're at the 50s, just go straight to the 70s because you have enough money to pay him back, alright? Gotta make sure you have money to pay him back, But the first one is, it's a 99% guarantee that you're gonna get it. So, step 1, ask one of your family members, I'll bet you $20 that I could sing a popular song, don't forget you say popular, with someone's name of your choosing, because they might think it's a made-up song. So I bet you $20 I can sing a popular song with someone's name of your choosing in it. So they say a name, Chewbacca, let's go with that. Then you say, happy birthday, Chewbacca, happy birthday to you. Boom. Second one. Oh, by the way, how you could win the birthday bet, if someone does that, just say the name, the man who never ages. But then they could also say the name game song, and then he's a jolly good fellow. Second one is about Mount Everest. There's people can't get this, so you can't get the smart people. So what you do, I'll bet you $30 or I'll bet you $20. And then you say, what was the tallest mountain before Mount Everest was discovered? Say it just like that. What was the tallest mountain before Mount Everest was discovered? And then you have to give them some time to think, at least 5 minutes. If they give up, they're out $30 or they're out $20. You know what the answer is? Mount Everest. You know why? Because just because Mount Everest wasn't discovered doesn't mean it wasn't the tallest mountain, right? Right? And the second one, see this chair here? I bet you $30 or $40 I could jump higher than this chair. All right, now the chair's turn. Can it jump higher than how I just jumped? No, because it can't jump. Boom. See, that's another 99% guarantee. Chair can't jump, right? So of course I could jump higher than it. But yeah, I made $100 a day just from riddle bets. Not bad, man. Not bad at all. So another way is Arbor Lakes Maid Service. I take people's trash out. Me and DJ. Just a way to earn a few bucks, like $5 a day every 2 days, around that. And then, oh yeah, another one. Buy 12 packs of gum. 12 pieces of gum of each 5 flavors. Just buy like a multi-pack of gum chips. Sell them at your school/neighborhood. Once you have enough money, you then buy like chocolate, like Snickers, Twix, Hershey's bars. Then you sell them in your neighborhood, like in a box, all lined up like this. And then you say, and then you have to tell them you're selling it for a school fundraiser, right? Say school fundraiser, because they're not just going to give you money because you want to make some few extra dollars. What you got to do, you got to say it's a school school fundraiser, right? You gotta be cool. Then they're gonna give you some money. And also school fundraisers, price each bar 75 cents. Because usually the schools, they price them $2. No one wants to buy a piece of chocolate for $2. No way, no one. But yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Some good tips. Let me think if there's anything else to talk. Oh yeah, by the way, I am in Pennsylvania right now, and I have 2 more things to say. 3 more things to say. I'm in Pennsylvania right now. I'm coming back to Florida about 4 or 3 days. I'll tell you when I'm back in Florida, and I'll tell you my new house tour video. And the second thing I had to say, what was it? Oh, the giveaway video. By the way, somebody already won that. So, oh, by the way, I'm gonna show you where it was. Okay, so here's me. I was here, and the money. It was tucked in right here. You can't really see that good. It was tucked in right there. So yeah. And the third thing I have to say, there's a new series coming out on Cartoon Network called We Bare Bears, which looks pretty cool from the commercials. And if you look up We Bare Bears on YouTube, you can look up some like sneak peeks and pre-episodes of it. So that's pretty much it. So stay slippery and not slippery can it be. Bye.